What's up, YouTube? It's Onaedo here. What's up? What's up? What's up? Out here in Cali, okay? I just got a good workout in, so I'm feeling good. But just wanted to drop a quick message to my people, my lovers, my loves, my black folks, my tribe, our folks, each other. We are one, god dang it. How's your time going? How's your time in America? I'm in America, so that's, hey, man, I'm talking to y'all. How are you doing in this country? How you feeling? How does this country make you feel as a black person in America? Huh? I've been here longer than I've been back home, which is Nigeria for me. So I know how America can make you feel. And if it makes you feel great, it's because you don't know difference. Because being from Nigeria, I know how being in Nigeria made me feel. It made me feel like I didn't even have to think about my blackness. I just existed. But then you come out here to America and oh my God, you're light skinned, you're dark skinned, you're medium skinned, you're this skin, you're that skin, you're this kind of black, you're that kind of black, your hair texture is this, your hair texture is that, it's this, that, like, oh my God. But guess what allows it to happen though? We black people, we do it to ourselves. We've let the enemy come creep inside our head and play around in our head and now convince us of things that like are so minuscule. Convince us to worry and think about things that we don't even have to think about. Whatever shade you are is who you are. Whatever shade, complexion, it is beautiful. And that is who you were made to be. It doesn't mean anything whether you're light skinned. It doesn't mean anything whether you're medium brown. It doesn't mean anything whether you're more chocolate. It doesn't mean anything whether you charcoal black. It doesn't mean anything. What is it? Purple, black, whatever they call it. That's who you were made to be. So that's like that's your beauty. That's your beauty. I cannot be the beauty of a chocolate black person because it's not mine. A chocolate black person cannot have the beauty of my complexion because it's not hers. Her beauty or his beauty is his. Well, it's her beauty, his handsomeness. We're not confusing those lines, especially living in today's world. But that's a whole different video. All this confused nonsense running around. But like, man, we black people, as we have to love what we have and who we are in our own skin and rock it knowing that this is who we are. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't have to change your hair. You don't have to lighten your complexion. If you're a little chocolate brown, then that's your sass. That's your pizzazz. Work it. If you chocolate black, ooh, that's your power. Work that, girl. There's a certain kind of strength that comes with that like super dark skin. Like it's something so beautifully strong about it. And this country makes it seem so like, man, black, they run from it. There's something so beautiful about that dark chocolate skin. And growing up in Nigeria, if you were just dark chocolate, hey, you don't even think about it. But here in America, it's like you have to tell them there's something beautiful about your dark chocolate skin. If we were in Nigeria, I wouldn't even have to tell you you're beautiful because of your darkness or your mediumness or whatever. You would just know. You wouldn't feel some type of way. You wouldn't get around a light-skinned person and feel like, But here in America, my God, my God, let a light-skinned person get attention. All the dark-skinned girls looking, like maybe it's not because of that. Maybe it's just how she maybe she walks with a little bit more love in herself. I don't know, whatever. I'm just saying. I didn't even feel like thinking of an analogy to make that work. Whatever. The point is, if you're black and you're in America, we got to figure out how to really just love who we are in our skin. Like, how are you doing in America? Like, man, have you really thought about that? How it feels to be in America? Because you tell a black person, go back to Africa, it's like, hell no. I get it, because you don't know anything about Africa. All you know about Africa is what you're shown out here, which is chaos, disaster, madness. If I've never seen Africa and I just was here 24/7 in America, I probably would say the same thing too. I'd probably be like, hell nah, you got me messed up. Out there where it's nothing but flies buzzing around their faces, hell no, I'm not going over there. I will make it work out here in America. But the fact that I am from Nigeria, so I have experienced Africa, I know, like, nah, they chilling, and they chilling. They're balling out. I know I was comfy and plush coming up because my parents were successful. Thank God. So I had a positive experience. Now, does that third world element exist? Of course. Yeah. Yeah. TIA, baby. This is Africa. It exist, of course. But that's not all that exists. And let the world tell it. The world will tell it that that's all Africa is. Huts everywhere. No, Africa is cities everywhere. We have huts, yeah. We have the darkness side of it, yeah. But guess what? There's so much light. There's so much life. There's so much love and positivity in our continent. And above all, it's home. Like, it's home. It's ours. If we don't like it, then it's our job to do something about it. If home doesn't work, then it is our job as Black people to make it work. It's our job to therefore then maybe go home and fix the shit up. If your house is falling apart, guess what? It's your job to go tidy up your house. If Africa has this negative image and this negative, and even if it is negative, because it does have a lot of negativity too, but still, it's our home. It's our job to go take care of it. It's our job to go tend to it. So it's just men. So I already know you bring that topic up with Black American people, they ain't trying to go back to Africa. But okay, how do you feel though in America? Like, what's your alternative? You see, you're just used to it in America, so you don't see that there's anything else. So you might think you're more comfortable here in America, but as somebody who has seen both and experienced both, oh my God. Oh my God, this is madness. It is so insulting to even have to walk into a place and somebody is looking at you sideways just because you're Black. Like, that shit, like, what? Africans, we slap you, man. We slap people in Africa. You want to look at me sideways just because I'm Black? And like, Black people grew up, they've been here since they were 0 years old. So this is what they grew into. So they're used to it. So telling them go somewhere else is like, hell no. But you don't know any better. But someone who knows better to have to now live here, oh my God. That's madness. That's madness. That's why you meet a lot of like Africans. There's a lot of the older, the younger ones that kind of want to, Americanize. But you meet a lot of the older generations. You tell them come move out here to America where you think, oh, it would be a better place. They're like, hell no. Hell no. Yeah, home got its issues, but it's home. Can't nobody tell me what to do back home. Come out here to America, they dictate when you pee, when you sleep, when you wake up, when you eat, when you do this, that. Like, all America is rules. All America is a set of rules. You don't have freedom in America, nigga. You got rules that you must abide by, that you must listen to. So once again, how are you feeling in America, Black people? Like, how do you feel? Let's take a minute and really think about it. How do you feel? Every day when you wake up and you go out and you mingle in the world, how does this place make you feel being a Black person? Think about it. Think about it. And when you've thought about how it makes you feel on the day-to-day level, now think of, okay, what's the alternative? What's the solution? What's the, like, how do you really change this? Because if you are a real Black, like, if you really are a Black person, like just a regular Black person, we're not talking about the extra sedity, the extra bougie, them extra Black people that's just in a bubble surrounded with nothing but white folks, and they want to be white. They want to be so down with white. They love it. They can't wait to move up into the white neighborhoods and just pretend like they're white. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about just regular, because those ones are already in a bubble. So even if they're getting a look just because they're Black, they ain't even checking for it. They're too busy just salivating at the fact that they're in a room full of white people and they're allowed in and they're accepted and they are living on the same level as white people. So they feel you've come up, which is just also another thing holding Black people in this country down. Your standard is always white people's standard. But when you really check your real history, your standard is you are way above white people in this country. You are way above how they live. You are like, we come from royalty. We come from kings and queens. And I don't even want to go into all that right now because that could be a whole different topic. And to really explain it where it doesn't sound so like, oh, here we go again, kings and queens, I have to really go into more detail. And I really don't feel like, at least not on this video. But if Black people are always chasing white people's standard that's here, you never even see that you can be more. So you think if maybe you have a couple things that can keep you level with these white people on this playing field, you feel content, you feel comfortable. You're not checking about the little discomforts. But just your everyday, but I'm talking about just regular, everyday, average Black people in this mix of America who know what I'm talking about. You know the daily reactions. You know just the daily feeling of being a black person in America. How does that make you feel? What does that do to your spirit? When you walk out your house, how do you feel? If you got to cover your hair in 10 layers of weave and cover your face in all this fake makeup, and you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to just to try to blend in and not look so black. That's really all that is. You're just really trying your best to not look so black. So even just that process of having to do that, yeah, you might consider it beauty, so it might not bother you, but deep, deep down inside, pause and just check on your soul, check on your spirit. How does that make you feel to always have to cover up your queer blackness in a sense? To always have to do that just to feel at ease, just to feel like you belong, just to feel like you fit in a little bit. You don't want to bring so much noise and attention to your blackness. That's why you don't see so many afros walking around. You don't see too much natural black hair walking around. You really don't, because it's too much attention. You're feeling you're drawn to yourself. How does that make you feel to even have to do that? That's the point. It's like you have to start thinking of the everyday feeling of what it means to be black in America. And when you start to feel that connection, feel what that feels like. Does it feel good? And if it doesn't feel good, now what's your solution? What's your solution? You have to start looking at something outside of America. You have to start looking at a way, because black people are trying too hard to try to change America. You're not changing America. America is set. It's a machine that has been running on its own for how it already has the momentum going. Black people, you're not changing America. So if you think you're going to change it to make it a better place for you to live in, my God, it's not. It's not. So just really first, before we even get into how to even make that change, first, you have to even feel the need for that change within yourself on a real level, not just, oh, we need change, power to the people type shit. No, but individually within yourself. When you feel that connection to the need for change within yourself, you realize it's bigger than just, oh, power to the people shit. Like, what? That's been going on for too long. And if you're still 2021, still feeling like you need that power to the people change, then clearly something is not working. So now you got to now stop, reassess the situation, and look within. Feel the need for humanity within yourself. Feel the need to really like just be able to do and live your life according to your terms, according to your principles. And then when we first get connected to that feeling, and then in another video, we're going to go more in depth as to, okay, you got that feeling. Now guess what's going to change it? Guess what's actually going to bring that change about? Yeah, his name is called God. Yeah, I know that's another concept that some black people are with it. Some black people are like, God is fake and it was a white man conception. Depending on how you want to look at it. And then the white people who do it, the black people who are like into God, you're into God on this like Sunday church level, which is totally, that's like white man version of spirituality. Church on Sunday, every Sunday, and that's it. Really? Come on, man. What black people? God is our nigga. God is ours. Is he for everybody? Of course, because he's all love. But is he for us specifically? Yeah, he is. He is. Bible tells you that. He tells you that. When he chose to manifest on earth as a man, he could have come as any race. He could have come as a white man. He could have come as an Asian. He could have come as a Mexican. He could have come as a Brazilian, a Puerto Rican. He could have come whatever. Instead, he chose to come as a black man. Why? Because that's who he is. That's his people. So therefore, guess what? We are that. That's ours. So if we want real change, first feel it within yourself. And then after that, we're going to holler about that nigga God. And really now figure out how to put the two together to really bring our change. Because our change is not coming from the White House. Our change is not coming from the government. Our change is not coming from America. Our change is coming from that power, that high entity that belongs to us. That's the only thing that's bringing us change. But he's not coming if we're not even connected to who we are. Because he's like, okay, if I come, well, I'm wasting my time. Because they ain't even ready for me. Because if I come, they're not speaking the same language. How do you now speak God's language? Get inside yourself. Learn who you are. Connect to that element of who you really are on this planet and who you were made to be. And who you were made to be was a black person who is in tune and who's comfortable and who loves everything about that blackness. And you don't see another black person and got an issue with them because you realize that's your brother or that's your sister. You look in within yourself and you just know, man. You don't got to try to fit in with nobody. You don't have to try to change anything about yourself. You know who you are as a black person, and we know that our power is God, and our life is not changing. Our situation is not changing. It's not getting better without God. But we're gonna go into that on another segment because right now this is about 15 minutes in, and if I now if I bring that video in about God to this, we'll be here for like an hour, dude. So just first get in touch with that feeling of who you are in your day to day. How does it feel to be black in America? That's part one. Now, number two, okay, you know who you are in America. Now, the meat and the potatoes. How do you change that circumstance? Because you cannot, like, we cannot go on just living in America how it is, always feeling like second class or second rate. And yeah, you don't want to always live in that victim mentality, but it's not a victim mentality. It's just black. Black people are not the ones winning in every department of life in America. And I don't even want to just say, oh, we're not the only ones winning, but there's a lot of things holding black people back, even if it is ourselves. But why is it ourselves holding us back? Even Tupac said, you messed up when you turned around and blamed us. You know, you can't do the damage to the people. And now that the people are damaged, you now want to turn around and say, why are you guys damaged? Come on, dude. First, get in tune with who you are. And then our second element, God. That's who we are.